Hey, so it's not showtime quite yet. If it is not 9:21 a.m. Pacific time where you are right this second watching this, then you are not watching the live show. In which case, see, that's how long it's gonna be until the show actually starts. But you want to click here. This is the one you want to click on because that'll take you to the edited show. That's the one you want to watch. If there isn't anything there, then just scroll till that thing says 0, and then you can get to the actual show because that one's not ready. But it'll be ready. Just watch that one. All right, cool. Bye. Howdy, everybody. How you guys doing this morning? Greetings, salutations, and all that good stuff. Ryan, hit the record in there, would you? How is everybody this fine Monday morning? Have you had yourselves a lovely weekend? I hope so. The clock's counting down. We're going to get the show started momentarily here. Who's here today? If you haven't already said hello in the chat room, do say hello. Oh, I got to pull up my stats over here. It is always lovely to see who and from where are in the chat room today. I see Mr. Sean. I see Sean Mark Nipper. I see Jake Guptill. I see SRO Digital. I need, was it like one eye over? I Spy. That's like I Spy Sally. I Spy Jake. I Spy Sean. It's, you know, what else are you going to do? I see that Jake is appreciating the thumbnail. Thank you very much. That is always fun. And SRO Digital saying, as if you don't have enough too many camera bags already. I know. It's like, it's a problem. It could be a problem. Fortunately, they're great. I love getting new bags. It's one of those things. What are you going to do? Greetings, Drew. Hello, hello. You're looking at the Peak Design Travel Line 45L on Kickstarter, 450 pounds. Ooh, that's a tough one. Peak Design Travel. I like Peak Design stuff. I don't think I've seen that. 45 liter, though. That's a big one. That's a big bag. Oh, look, we're at 0. Okay. Hey, I have an idea. Let's have a show. I got to get rid of that thing. How do I get rid of that thing? It's so weird. Sometimes it just poof disappears, and then sometimes it decides to stick around on the 0. Super annoying. Don't know why it does one over the other. All right, let's get this out of the way. Ooh, you know what? I might need something. Hold on. Let me grab this. I just realized I may well want to do an overhead view, and I stole my remote for that, so let me grab that. Let me check that. It's a little zoomed out. I'm probably not going to do that. Oh, well. Anyway, okay. Should I have a bag? Should we have a bag? Should we have a show? And no, Sean, this is not a giveaway. Go away. These are mine. Mine, I say, mine. I suppose I could give away the older one. Ryan in my ear. Yeah, give away the older one. Okay. Ryan's like, no, I meant give it to me. No, I think that's a good idea. Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, all right, quick, before we start the show, how are we going to do the giveaway? What do we do for the giveaway, guys? How do we do it? Because last time we did a photo contest, and that was an utter disaster, so we don't want to do that again. How do we do a giveaway? Do I just like a random comment on the video, say something nice, and I will pick one comment at random? Does that work? Is that legit? Sean, does that work? I mean, Ryan, does that work? I don't know. I suppose I could do that. I think I can ship, because I'm not, it's a low enough value thing. I can pay for shipping anywhere, that's fine. You know, it may take 6 months to get there, but I'll pay for shipping anywhere in the world. Yeah, comment, and I'll pick one at random. I think that works. What do you guys think? Is that fair? Is that fair? Guys, you comment, and I just pick one, and Sean, I won't pick you, obviously, because that would clearly look like it was fixed, but you can still comment and try. Oh, Ryan, can you check that out for me? Ryan is saying that Gleam, which we have used for contests in the past, he believes that Gleam can pick a comment at random from YouTube. Yeah, pick the poem. Okay, yeah, look it up real quick and tell me, because that'd be great. That'd be a good thing to know. That'd be cool. Yeah, it's a great idea. Sean, you're brilliant. You are brilliant, sir. Sorry, I'm not going to give it to you, though, even if you win. It's just, no, that would be unfair. Okay. Ryan's going to figure that out. I think in the meantime, we can start the show. What do you think? Can we start the show? I think we can start the show. All right, let's do this thing. On today's show, we're going to be looking at my new favorite camera bag, quite possibly this brand new ThinkTank Retrospective 7 version 2. Good morning and welcome to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment, the first live 3 times a week show here at youtube.com/PhotoJoseph every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, talking about photography, video, live streaming, and all things related, including today, camera bags. Who doesn't love camera bags? It's like, it's an issue. I got the gene. I've got the bag and shoe gene. Believe me, it's bad. I have so many camera bags, and every time I get a new one, I'm like, oh, I should get rid of the old one. I should sell this one. I should give it away. I should do something. But I can't because you never know. You never know when you're going to need that bag. Like every bag that you buy it for a reason, right? It's not like, oh, it's just, that's kind of cool, I'll buy it. No, it's because bags aren't cheap. The good ones aren't. So you go, oh, I need a bag that carries X, Y, and Z and is compatible with this. It can go on the airplane or go on the checked hold or whatever it might be. So that's the bag that I need. And then you got another project or another job or another vacation. And you're like, oh, I need a different bag this time. But then you never can get rid of the old bag because it's always, you know, you always want to be able to go back to that and go, ooh, yeah. I actually have bags that I have had for probably 20 years, seriously. And the oldest ones are basically used as storage. They're just up in the cupboards with junk in them, but they're still being used. With all that said, because one of our lovely viewers, Mr. Sean Mark Nipper, you've met him before, had such a brilliant idea, he said, and I think he's right, that I should give this bag away. So this is the new one. This is the ThinkTank Retrospective version 2, which is what we're going to be exploring today. Here on the right, we have the ThinkTank Retrospective 7 version 1. It obviously wasn't called the version 1, but that's the version 1. And I think it's perfectly legit. I think that I can give this away. So here's what we're going to do. You guys, if you are interested in winning this bag, then what you got to do is put a comment. Any comment, a nice comment. Don't be a jerk. Put a nice comment in the comments below. And now, if you're watching this live and you're watching the live chat, that doesn't count for the live chat. The live chat comments don't carry over. You have to go back to the video once it's uploaded and comment there. So put a comment down. And after a week, we'll do a week. We'll do a week. We can do a week. So 1 week. So what is today? Today is the 17th of September. So whatever 1 week from today is. We will do a random name selection. So whoever's commented, we will do a random name selection on there. Commenting 500 times isn't going to help. Just comment at least once. You're welcome to comment more. And we will do a random selection from there and pick someone, and I'll ship it. I'll ship this anywhere in the world. I will pay for shipping. It is just going to be a little gift from me to you. So hopefully that works out for someone. I think that's a good idea. Sean, thank you for the suggestion. And no, Sean is not going to win. So with that said, let's talk about, first let me just briefly go about why I love this bag, and then we're going to jump into this one and see what is new and exciting and fancy about it. So here's the deal. This is clearly a shoulder bag style size bag, relatively small, relatively compact, doesn't carry a huge amount of gear. Small enough that if you pack it completely full of gear, it's not going to break your shoulder when you're carrying it around. But I've actually had this situation before where, granted I was on tour, I was doing a long shoot, but I had a bag that was so heavy that I carried too much on my back. It was a backpack style bag that I'd packed so full of gear, I ended up with a torqued back halfway through the job and had to take a day off, go to chiropractor, like get a whole thing done, and I missed a day of shooting because I was trying to be an idiot and carry way too much gear. If you're going to carry that much gear, get a roller bag. But if you're going to do a shoulder bag, do something smaller and lighter, hence like this. So this one in particular is sized for I think they say 13-inch laptop, or in my case, the iPad. This is the small iPad, so you can see there's plenty of normal size iPads, plenty of room to move around in here. The 15-inch laptop will not fit in here. It is for the smaller laptops. Or I wonder if you could fit the big iPad Pro. I don't actually know. I think you could. I think that fits in those dimensions. But anyway, so your iPad fits in here. And then there is plenty of room inside for your gear. And what I have been transporting in here as a LUMIX shooter, as a Micro Four Thirds shooter, clearly I've got a LUMIX camera in here. I've got, let's just start pulling things out. I've got my GH5 with the 8-18. I've got the microphone. Now, because the bag is smaller, I can't really at least travel with this in place, right? That's not good for transport, but if I'm out and about shooting and I just want to set it down, then I can do this and kind of let it hang out like that, and that's okay. That's okay. But as far as actually A to B, not shooting, I would take the mic off, as I normally would do in there. And then there's a big pocket on the side now where I would have a variety of lenses, and this will change depending on what I'm doing. But right now, today, what's in here? We've got my macro tubes extender, the Makey ones. I did a video on these a while ago. We'll link to that up here. Super awesome macro tube extensions. I've got my Zhongyi 25mm 0.95, nice, small, super shallow depth of field. 15 f1.7, love this lens. And then at the moment, the 42.5 f1.7, just because I wanted to have a slightly longer lens in here, didn't need to carry the Nocticron around, so it's so small and light, I just threw that in there as well. And you can see that's like nothing, all that kit there. So we got those, the camera with the 8-18. I also carry in here the Mavic Air and the Mavic Air controller, because obviously a drone without a remote is not going to do any good. So there's like a side pocket on the inside that it squeezes into ever so slightly too snugly, but it works. So there's that. So we got all that in there. And then after that, it's just stuff. I've got a Platypod in here. I've got, and we'll link to, I'm not going to link to all these things up here, but wherever there's videos that I've done about these things, like the Platypod, we'll link to those down below. So you'll find a list of links down below to shows that I've done about bits and pieces of the gear in here. I've got an LED light in here. I've got a bunch of random stickers. I got filters. I've got extra batteries for the drone. There should be extra batteries for the GH5 in here, but they apparently are not. Off on the side here, I've got, this is nice, the my little Pelican case for storing the SD cards that's shoved into the side. And then there's other junk in here. I've got my SD card reader and the Apple Pencil, and I'm sure there's other things, lens caps and so on, shoved into there too. But that's the basic gist of it. So this is what I've got in there. A camera with a lens, a bunch of extra lenses, the full drone kit with the extra batteries, super important, a little LED light, Platypod, filters, lens caps, that sort of thing. Okay, so that is what was in here. All of this will eventually go in here. And no, I'm not gonna make you watch me figure out how to put it all in. But let's just see what is new about this bag, because this, I gotta say, was a nice bag. It was really, it's nice, it looks good. I love that it's not black, thank you. I'm so sick and tired of black bags. This color really fits my persona, if you will, my style. Soft, supple, works as a pillow, as you saw in the thumbnail. No, it's really been overall a great bag. Okay, so what's new about this one? New feature number 1, which is, I think, personally, my favorite. Like, I saw this feature on the feature list and went, that's the one that I need. You know what that is? You know what that is? Let me show you what this is, just in case you don't know what this is. Let's say you're on a trip. You got your roller bag. Could be a roller camera bag. This is the ThinkTank Airport. This could be a roller bag. It could be just your regular luggage. And you know, this is kind of heavyish. You want to put it on there and you're walking around and then you go somewhere and you, no good, right? That falls off. Well, what we want to do is we want to take this little sleeve here and we want to slide this over the handle. And now, that, my friends, it's not a new feature that you've never seen on bags before. This is certainly something that has been on camera bags in the past, but it's the first time it's on the Retrospective series, and this to me is huge. Huge, huge, huge. I'm in airports all the time. I'm always carrying some kind of a wheelie bag, whether it's my luggage or a camera bag, and that's how I'm always carrying it. And so with this one, what I would do is I would take the handle and kind of wrap it, the shoulder strap, and wrap it around the handle and kind of hope that it didn't, and it would always check in to make sure it wasn't falling over. This is enormous. So that right there, number 1 feature, worth the upgrade price alone. Okay, what else is in here? Let's go inside, and you've probably seen before, because especially if you've seen, I've shown it on here, ThinkTank has this thing, this silent system, where you just heard the Velcro open, right? So let me go for a close-up shot here. It's actually, oops, did not set that up in advance, so let's get that in there. Possibly a little bit too close here, but if we open this up, there's Velcro here and here that holds this down. That's great, right? So it can't accidentally come open, but that's loud. Right, that's loud. And if you are shooting a wedding or somewhere where you want to be quiet, that's not so cool, right? A sound, you don't want to have that. So they have these things called silencers in here. And the silencer is a flap that covers the Velcro. So you see the silencer is already activated here. So here, the silencer is activated, and that means when you close it, it doesn't, there's no Velcro to hold it. So it flaps closed, there's nothing holding it closed, but it's closed. And when you go to get into it, you pick it up and there's no Velcro. Now, that has been in ThinkTank bags for years and years and years. This thing's been around forever. It's a brilliant system. The problem with the system was, and let me show you on the old bag. Okay, let's say that I'm now on location. The wedding has begun or the silent event has begun, and I realized, ooh, I've got my, like, this is already, ooh, I need to silence it, right? Here's the old silencer. To activate the old silencer, I had to make noise and then cover it and close it. But to get to the flap, I had to open something else that was Velcro that made noise. So I really had to make sure that I knew this before I ever started the event. With the new one, these silencer flaps are actually tucked inside. So let's go for the close-up again here. Here, this one's already activated, this one's not. It's in here, so I just pull this out and cover it, totally silent. And now we're ready to go. Now when I'm ready to go back, data point of care, obviously it's gonna open up, shove that into here, and flatten that out, get that in there, flatten it out, and you have now got your straps back to normal, or your flaps back to normal. So that is the second feature that I think is very, very impressive, very well thought through. I'm sure someone said, the silencers are great, but too bad it makes so much noise to activate the silencer. And they went, oh, here's a way to do that, and away you go. So that's new upgrade feature number 2 that I really like. New upgrade feature number 3 is on this one, the original one. If let's see, I think I'm gonna do the top-down view for this, if we can see into it. That's a little, hold on one second. zoom out of this a little bit. There we go. Clearly well thought out today's show. If I open this one, so here's our access pouch, our access compartment. If I close this, there's nothing sealing this area here. There are these flaps that kind of cover it to a degree to make sure that maybe debris doesn't get in there, but there's nothing that's really covering it. So if you were to, say, put this upside down and shake it hard enough, you might be able to get some gear out. Worst case, someone could get their hand into here and pull something out. So that was always a little bit of a concern with this bag. However, now, let's go back to the top-down view again. Now, there is a totally zippered top pouch. So I can close this. See here, get this in place. There we go. I can close this up. So now the inside is completely secure. The flap goes back over it like before. Open that up. And I now have to open this to get into the gear. So the gear is safer when I'm carrying it, transporting it, whatever. Once I've decided that I'm accessing the bag, obviously I don't want to be opening and closing this constantly, I will just attach it like that. And you see how it kind of velcros onto that? So now that top flap, that new mini top flap, stays with the big top flap. So I don't have two flaps that I have to open. It just opens and closes together. So that is the next feature that is a very nice upgrade, which I think is pretty sweet. After that, they have moved the pouch for your laptop or iPad from the outside to the inside. I can't say whether I like that better or not. I'm used to having it on the outside. I grab my iPad a lot, so I might find that I wish I didn't have to do that, but the main pouch for your laptop or iPad is now inside. That said, there is a zipper pocket on the back here, which, if I go close up here, you're not going to be able to see that, but a zipper pocket on the pouch pocket on the back here, which I haven't tested yet, but let's find out. Okay, the iPad still fits in there. You couldn't fit a laptop in there, but the iPad does. Okay, cool. So I can still keep my iPad here. If you've got a bigger iPad or a laptop, that definitely is not going to fit there. In that case, you are going to want to go to the inside. But now with that said, now I could put a small laptop here, 13-inch, not the 15, and put a iPad back here as well. So that's cool. All right, good. Other than that, the rest of the interior looks basically the same. It does come with a rain pouch on here. This pretty much every ThinkTank bag, if not everyone, comes with this. It's nice. It's a little thing to just wrap over it. Although, I gotta say, man, you would have to be in one heck of a rainstorm to even need this because these things are relatively weather sealed anyway. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, you serious rainstorm. Front pocket, I don't think there's really any changes in here. You've got a zippered front pocket. You've got a place to put pens and cards and all that good stuff in there. And there is one more neat little feature that is their other big bonus feature, and that we're going to show you next. But first, I want to tell you, I want to remind you of how we do today's show. Today's show, every show that we do, is done on what we call a value for value proposition. If you feel that you have gained value from today's show, then I would most certainly appreciate it if you consider putting value back into the show. The best way to do that is to head to photojoseph.com/support. You can find all types of ways to support the show there, including via membership at photojoseph.com, or of course, shopping in the affiliate store. And since we are talking about a product on today's show, if you decide you would like to buy this product, then I would most certainly appreciate using the affiliate link down below. Okay, thank you, appreciate that, cool. All right, last feature that is really, really neat, very simple, very neat. The side pouch, let me get this thing out of the way, close this up, has been completely reinvented. You may have noticed while I was flipping around that there's this buckle here, and you're thinking, why is there a buckle on the side? You got a little pouch in here. I could take my Pelican and shove that in there, and there we go, jam that in, and just like before, that's cool. But watch this fancy thing. I can unbuckle this and open that, just pop that out, flip down the bottom flap for padding protection, and you now have a place to put a water bottle, a place to put another lens. If you're just swapping lenses, you need a place to drop a lens in while you're swapping lenses. You can use it for that. You could just use it to shove anything in. It's just an extra side pocket. But really, ideally, water bottle or temporary lens storage. I wouldn't say permanent lens storage because there's no protecting it on the top. But if you just need a place to drop a lens while you're changing lenses, that is awesome for that. Or again, a place to put your water bottle. So that right there is the other big bonus feature. So you've got the strap on the back for your roller bag. Fantastic. You've got the newly designed silencers. You've got the now closable top flap and the expanding side pocket to get you access to a water bottle or temporary lens storage. Those are the major upgrades. It is a slightly different color. I'm not sure actually if it's going to be in other colors. We should probably look that up on the website. Well, let's do that momentarily. I always forget to do this. I know this is the kind of thing that I'm supposed to have set up in advance, and I always forget. I always forget. The affiliate link is down below, but that's okay. I'm just going to pull this up here. ThinkTank Retro. There it is. It's already on my recents because I was just looking at it. Oh, now I've gone and lost it. Excellent. Retrospective 7. It's a long name. Helps if you can spell. Spective 7. There we go. And there's version 1. And there's version 1. And there's version 2. Excellent. Here we go. The ThinkTank Photo Retrospective 7 version 2.0 shoulder bag, $164.75. This is on the B&H page, of course. And you'll see in here that you can actually from here access the different size retrospective bags. So they have done a whole new series of these bags, all the different sizes. This 7 is just the perfect one for me. But if you find that you need something a little bit bigger, there's the 15. No, that's not the 15. It's just the 15 inches. I don't know what these other ones are. That's retrospective 30. Then you've got the 5. Okay, you'd have to go through and figure out which one works for you. But anyway, that is the one, this 7 version 2. This is, as you can see, a brand new item coming soon, which is currently available for pre-order here and on Amazon. Again, my link is down below. And yeah, that is a pretty darned cool camera bag. I like it. So with that said, remember what I said, folks, I am going to give this thing away. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give that thing away. So to win that bag, what you got to do is put a comment down below. Tell me, I mean, you can tell me anything. Tell me how you'd use the bag. Tell me why you love the bag. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a random selection, but you know, you got to have something to comment. Tell me how awesome that would be and why you would love to have that bag. It's always nice to hear these things. And we will pick a name out of random from that list. With that said, it is now time to head into the Q&A portion of the show. So for those of you watching live, you know what to do. If you're watching live, you got a question for me about what you've seen here today or anything else, but then stick it into the live chat. I will bring you up on the screen like this. See the people that got the @PhotoJoseph in front of it? They got the right idea. Put @PhotoJoseph in front of your question, and then I will know that it's a question for me. And we'll jump over to that right now. Good morning and welcome back. We've been talking about this cool new bag, the Retrospective 7 version 2.0 from ThinkTank. I am impressed, and as soon as this show's over, I'm going to start moving all of this into here. It's a beautiful bag. I like the color too. It's a greenish. Is that olive green? Would we call that olive? I suppose you could call it olive. What do they call it? They call it. I have no idea what they call it. I'm going to call it kind of olive green. It's nice. That's a nice color. I like the sandstone color too on the other one. That's beautiful too. I'm so glad that we're not looking at just black bags anymore. So tired of black. Really don't need any more black bags. Excellent. I mean, I'm all into the MKBHD matte black everything movement, but yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Okay, let's make some space here and stick that up there, and let's see what's going on in the chat room today. Remember, if you got a question, stick it into the live chat right now and put @PhotoJoseph in front of it. Then I'll know it's a question for me, and I will do my best to answer it for you. Let's see here. Tony Hill, maybe pick your favorite charity. Oh, talking about the giveaway. So in the beginning of the show, in the pre-show, the part that none of you got to see, there, unless you're watching live, was the discussion about that I should do a giveaway, and hence my decision to do a giveaway of this bag, which incidentally, if you don't know I'm giving this bag away, this is the old version, then just head back to the main video, this bag. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, tell me you couldn't see what I was doing because it was just behind the split screen there. I'm giving away this bag. This is my old Retrospective 7, the version 1 bag. I will give this away as a random, whoever comments, I will pick a random name out of the comment list on the main video, not this one, on the main video, and you can hopefully win that. Anyway, so before the show, we were talking about that, and I see Tony Hill suggested maybe pick your favorite charity. The largest donation gets the bag. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. We'll keep that in mind for a separate one. But some people, if people are donating, they don't necessarily want people to know, especially if you're doing a big donation. I like the idea. I like involving the charity aspect in it, but I think if I'm going to do a charity thing, I should probably do something a bit more organized. But thank you for the suggestion. I do like it. Tony Smith, why was the video contest so awful? Because someone tried to cheat. Last time I did a contest, it was a photo contest. Didn't turn out well. Ryan tells me to go to the overhead camera. No, he didn't. Okay, let's see here. Bart says, how many frames per second can it shoot while silent opening is activated? Bart, you crazy. Give me some real questions in here, please. I love you guys. It's so much fun. Let's see how many opens per second. There you go. You can open it 13 times per second, but can you get the bag in and out in that amount of time? Is there a bottle opener somewhere? Ooh, Sean, that is a, you know, I'll bet. Let's see here. Oops, wrong one. I wonder if you could use some, you know, this buckle might actually work as a, look at this thing. This looks kind of bottle open-ish. That's got some pretty good angle on there. You might be able to pop a bottle open with that. It's a little early to pop open a beer, plus I'd just have cans here, or I'd try. But it might work. If not, then a little bit of filing, put a little edge on there, it very well could happen. Sean, you are thinking, I love it. Mondays are good for you, aren't they? And also, by the way, Sean, I haven't told you this yet, but this has to happen. You know how I did the live chat over the Apple streaming event last week? Ryan suggested this. This is Ryan's suggestion. I think it's brilliant. Sean, you're coming on with me next time, buddy. Next time you're coming on with me, we are going to do this together. We can comment over the show together and make fun of everything as a duo. I think that'll be much, much more fun. So, Sean, I hope you're up for that. All right, Trevor says, these bags all remind me of med kits from 40 years ago. It does have that, especially this kind of military green color, it does have that little military med kit color to it, a med kit look to it. Nothing wrong with that. Tony Smith, do you know if the cost of version 1s will go down after the release of version 2? What I would imagine, and I don't know, but I would imagine that ThinkTank will stop shipping these, and so any stores that have them in stock may be selling them at a discount. So that is a perfectly good question. I don't know the answer to it, but I would think that anybody who's got these in stock will be selling them at a discount. So, and it is still a very, very, very good bag. So yeah, by all means, check that out. Trevor, have you tried any of the Ona bags? I'd love to have one of those. As a matter of fact, let me see here. Where are we? I've got one over here somewhere. I just saw it. Where did it go? It was, I know that I just saw that bag. Oh, it's over here. I do have an Ona bag. I love it. It is beautiful. There is no question that this is the most beautiful camera bag I own. This is an Ona, let's see here, what is this? This is the, it's a little one. Oh, there's that lens I was looking for. What is this? I don't even know what this thing is, what the model was. Anyway, it's obviously tiny. I actually bought this specifically when I did the video shoot for the GX85 in New Orleans, and I was on camera and I wanted to have a stylish bag. It's a gorgeous bag. I love it. They're really expensive, and they're nowhere near as feature rich. Like, this has all the features that you would need. This is a working photographer's camera bag. This is very stylish. If you're gonna run around town, you wanna look the piece, man, this is a cool bag, right? But, and it's worn very nicely over time, nice leather on it. And I've seen the bigger ones. I have a friend who's a wedding photographer who uses these bags. He's got a bunch of them, he loves them. But for practicality, this is the way to go. If you just wanna look good, yeah, it's hard to beat Ona. Ona's pretty sweet. Okay, let's see here. SRO Digital then says, what are the eyelets for on the main flap connecting the rain cover? That's a good question. No, he's talking about these little eyelets right here. No, that's not for the rain cover, at least historically it never has been. The rain cover is usually just a tension mount. So let's see here. Let's take a look at the rain cover since we didn't actually do that in the last show. So this is Velcroed in, this comes off easily. I have a bunch of these things laying around because I just tend to never use them. This, I believe, is just going to, yeah, it's just gonna stretch over. It's not gonna actually attach at any point. So there, oh, actually maybe I'm wrong. Well, no, this probably don't attach to that. Let's see here. That's kind of the bottom. Is that kind of the bottom? Is that kind of the top? Let's watch PhotoJoseph mess around with a rain cover and see if he can figure out how to attach it to the bag. That's, okay, there's full coverage there. So now this is not, oh, I see, this can attach right here. We can go to a top-down view. There are little red tabs. I think that is probably what those are, where those would clip into. Like that, well, no, maybe not, because now there's one down there. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, I lied. That makes no sense to go there. I don't know. But I don't think it would attach, it doesn't seem to make much sense that it would attach to this. But let's find out. Let's see, if I put this, no, that definitely wouldn't make it right because it's not even, the sizing doesn't match up. Huh, I actually don't know. This goes to show you how often I use these. Like I said, the bags are quite weather sealed. Well, you need to have access to the handle. Maybe I'm doing it upside down. Maybe that's the problem. maybe this should be on the bottom, and this comes up over the top. This is a fun struggle. Are you guys enjoying this as much as I am? This is very exciting. This is not how I expected to spend my Monday. Let's see here. Pull that around. No, that doesn't work. Then the rain just goes in. I have absolutely no idea, but I'm sure that it is worth more than a shower cap. You have to be smarter than the rain bag. See, you gotta be smarter than the rain bag. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Sean with whiskey. Well, clearly this thing can hold a bottle of whiskey. My God, man, what were you thinking? Christopher Pepe says, give it to live viewers. Aw, we gotta make it more fair because not everybody can be here live because, you know, people got day jobs, people are in different time zones. So we'll give people a week. It's incentive to be here, Ryan says. That's a very good point. But, you know, let's make it fair. We'll give people a week to pony up. Give people a week to make a comment and hopefully win. All right, Tony Smith, do you normally store your camera in your bag without a lens cap? Yes, I do. Have you had issues with the lenses scratching? No, I haven't. So here's what I do. Especially like this lens, okay, right now the variable ND is not on there. It's not on there either. Wonderful. I never know where anything is. Normally the variable ND would be on here, so the lens cap doesn't fit. I haven't bought a lens cap before. Whatever. No, I don't. What I do is if we were to look in the bottom of this bag, now I'm really gonna make a mess here, you would find that I have shoved into the bottom a big cleaning rag. So this shoves down and then the lens pop on top of that. So the lens is protected by this. Oh, there's a couple things in there. Protected by the softness there. No, I don't lens cap that. Now, all the other lenses that were just in there bouncing around, you may have noticed I pulled this collection of lenses out of a pocket together. These weren't individually separated. I don't care if they get a little scratched up on the outside. I want them to be accessible. These have caps on them because that would be bad if those got scratched. But the lens that's on the camera is face down over a soft pouch. It's totally fine. How would I classify myself as far as my lens care? I am cautious, but not overly cautious. I understand that if you have a lens cap on, let's start with that, you can't shoot, right? So you got to take the lens cap off. It's one more step between you and your picture. So if the lens cap doesn't have to be on because it's not in a place where it's got other protection, right? So if this was in an individual compartment, nicely compartmentalized, every lens had its own padding, then I would feel better about leaving it without a lens cap. What I would do is I wouldn't leave them both off. I have photographer friends who leave both caps off. They're always off because it's obviously faster. I don't go that far. What I would do is I would store it without the lens cap, but I'd store it face down. Again, obviously assuming there's something nice and soft at the bottom of that. That's one less thing to deal with. If I'm actively shooting, then yeah, they go in there without any caps at all, and it's in and out, in and out. But just for transport, usually it would be like that, assuming there's padding between them. As soon as there is any risk of it bumping into anything else, then it's going to get both caps, and at that point, I just don't worry about it anymore. Yeah, so that's pretty much how I am with that. So I'm cautious, but not overly cautious, I guess, if that makes any sense. Trevor says, isn't the ThinkTank canvas already waterproof? Well, yeah, exactly, it is. So that's why I said this is like typhoon, monsoon kind of thing. That's why I've never used them, because they are. This one, the old version, I could see you wanting the rain cover more because it didn't seal all the way, right? Remember the top was open? So that I could see needing it more, not that I ever used it, but this one, because of the zipper, yeah, I cannot even imagine when I would use this. I would have to be one gnarly storm, and if I got caught in a storm that gnarly, I wouldn't have this with me because I never do. So, well, there you go. SRO Digital, see Joseph, that's why you need to give away all your redundant old camera bags because you'll just misplace lenses in them. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, this is that Frankenstein lens. I gotta do some more stuff with this. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this lens. That was cool. I still enjoyed building this thing. I'm gonna have some fun making some images and videos with that. Okay. I think that's it. Is that the last question? That is the last question. All right, superb. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. That was fun. Remember, if you want to win my old bag, put a comment on the main video, not this Q&A video, on the main video from today's show, and I will pick a name at random on Monday, the 7 days from today, which is the 17th. So it'll be next Monday. We will do that at some point. I will make the choice then. So get your comment in before then. All right? Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you very much, people, for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.